Okay, let's unpack this. Our sources this week, they're pointing to something, well, really unsettling about how we perceive things. It seems like our own ears, the tool we trust most for truth, they're starting to fail us.
Yeah, it sounds pretty dramatic, but the data's backing it up.
Exactly. We saw this statistic, really stunning, that 58% of these advanced cloned AI voices, people think they're real. That line's just gone.
Welcome to this deep dive. And hey, if you feel like reality is sort of blending together faster than you can process, well, you're definitely not alone. That speed, that's what we're here to help manage for you. So today, we're taking all the source material you've got and boiling it down to three key things. First, we're going to look at just how bad we are now at telling real voices from synthetic ones. It's kind of shocking. Then we'll jump into the big tech battleground for AI, mapping out everything from like the immediate tools companies are using to the really futuristic stuff like Neuralink.
Right.
And finally, we tackle this huge paradox. Why are we using AI tools twice as much, but trusting them less and less for things like news? Our mission here, cut through all that noise and just pull out the stuff that really matters for you right now.
Okay, let's start with that first problem, the voice deception study. It feels very immediate. So researchers, they took 80 voice samples, half real, half AI generated, and they just asked people, which is which?
And the results.
Yeah,
they really lay out the confusion. They found, okay, the basic kind of robotic AI voices, people could usually spot those as fake. That's sort of the baseline we expect.
Yes, the obviously fake ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the second the AI used voice cloning, tools like ElevenLabs, they're cheap, anyone can get them, the ability to tell the difference just completely fell apart.
And that's where that 58% number comes in, right? Cloned AI voices mistaken for human over half the time. But the thing that really got me was the control group data, actual, real human voices. Only correctly identified 62% of the time.
Just think about that for a second. We're only 4% better, just 4% at identifying a real person compared to a really good AI clone.
Wow.
Your brain just isn't a reliable filter for this anymore. I mean, functionally, if you can't trust what you're hearing, that changes reality, doesn't it? Beat.
It is terrifying, that capability. But we also have to look at the other side, the positive uses. This tech isn't just malicious. That tension is really important here.
Oh, absolutely. You've got huge accessibility benefits. Think about people who are mute, being able to recreate their original voice, or users speaking fluently in other languages, but, using their own voice, or even helping students, say with ADHD, using tailored audio for learning. Massive value there. Yes, that utility is crucial, but the fact that this power exists basically guarantees someone's going to misuse it. And we're already seeing that happen.
With the phone scams.
Exactly. Phone scams actively using AI voice cloning right now to sound like family members. They're targeting the elderly specifically. This isn't some future threat. It's happening today. You might have even encountered it without consciously realizing it was a fake.
So if our ears are failing us like this, what does that actually mean for essential public communication going forward?
It means trust needs new foundations, new verification methods, because the biological filter, well, it's broken.
Okay, let's pivot then from this audio detection problem to the broader explosion, really, in AI tech and how companies are placing their bets.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is just the sheer range of these bets. It goes from very practical corporate tools launching right now all the way to the really far out future stuff. We could almost call it the spectrum of AI investment.
Okay.
So on the corporate end, you had Amazon Quick Suite and Google Gemini Enterprise launching their AI agent suites almost simultaneously. Like boom, boom.
Yep.
This is all about getting that immediate functionality into businesses.
And the pricing tells a story too, doesn't it? Amazon's got that range, $20 to $40 a month. Google's sitting flat at $30. That $10 difference. It's interesting. It suggests maybe Amazon saying, hey, we have a lighter, cheaper option, while Google's like, nope, this is the high-level package, shows the market's fragmenting already.
Yeah, absolutely. And while that's happening in the Office Suite world,
the
visual side is just, it's accelerating like crazy. We saw mentions of OpenAI Sora 2 videos.
Well, yeah.
The realism is getting shocking.
Yeah.
To the point where even the pros, the people whose job it is to debunk fakes, they're starting to struggle. It's getting really hard to tell what's real anymore. It really is. The realism is just outpacing us. Honestly, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself when I'm trying out new models. It's hard to get exactly what you want sometimes, but the quality of what comes out, even if it's slightly off, it's terrifyingly good.
And then you push even further out to the extremes. Neuralink, Elon Musk's company, right?
Yeah.
Advancing the brain-computer interface stuff.
Yeah.
They're claiming users will soon be able to command devices just with their thoughts and gestures.
Whoa. I mean, just imagine scaling that complexity. A billion people sending queries with their minds all at once. That's a completely different kind of interaction. 2-sec silence.
And we also need to touch on the policy side, the friction there.
Right. The sources mentioned Meta hiring a controversial new AI fairness advisor, Robby Starbuck. Apparently, there are reports citing him spreading disinformation on some really sensitive topics, like vaccines and shootings.
Yeah, and just to be clear for everyone listening, we're not endorsing any viewpoints here. We're just reporting what the source material highlighted about this conflict happening at the policy level. It shows how quickly these ideological fights are embedding themselves in AI governance.
Exactly. It's becoming part of the structure.
And if for users just trying to make sense of all this chaos, there was that mention of a free prompt engineering repo, a resource.
Yeah, good point. And for anyone listening who's maybe new to that term, prompt engineering, it's basically just learning how to talk to an AI effectively. How to write your instructions, your prompts, so you get the result you actually need. It's becoming like the essential skill in this space.
So with all these developments, the corporate race, the mind-blowing tech, the policy fights, how should someone even approach all this? It feels like a lot coming at once.
I think you approach it thoughtfully.
Yeah.
You balance that excitement about the potential with a healthy dose of critical skepticism.
That skepticism, yeah, that feels like the perfect way to get into our final segment. This huge paradox we mentioned between how much we use AI and how little we trust it. This came from a Reuters Institute survey, right? 6 countries.
Yeah, and the headline finding is really dramatic. Globally, AI use is doubling. People are jumping on these tools. But at the same time, trust in AI, specifically for news, it's dropping hard.
So we're using it more, trusting it less. How does that break down? Where are people using it?
Mostly for utility.
Yeah.
For the foundational stuff. So about 24% use AI weekly for information seeking, research, asking quick questions. 21% are using it to actually generate stuff, text, code, images. But here's the really subtle, important part. A lot of this adoption isn't people consciously deciding, I'm going to use an AI now. 54%, more than half, are encountering AI through search engines.
So like the AI summaries embedded in Google results.
Exactly. You might be getting an AI-generated summary without even specifically asking an AI tool for it. It's just woven into the background infrastructure now.
But then the second you shift from that basic utility to like actual belief or trust, the whole picture flips.
It completely flips. Only 12% of people surveyed felt okay reading news articles written entirely by AI. Just 12%.
Wow.
And the vast majority, 62%, they were emphatic. They want humans writing and filtering the news they read.
So, okay, we trust AI for the functional tasks, the heavy lifting maybe.
That's a great way to put it. It's like people trust AI to find the data, maybe stack the Lego blocks of information for them. Yeah. But they absolutely demand a human to actually build the final structure, to filter it, explain it, make sense of it. It really confirms that the human role in journalism, in communication, it's still vital. Yeah. Critically important.
Which makes sense, doesn't it? Especially when you hear about things noted elsewhere in the sources, like Mark Zuckerberg and Sam Altman apparently warning about a potential AI bubble. If the creators are skeptical about the market, then why would the public fully trust the output yet?
Exactly. And we also saw that quick mention of the legal landscape shifting, too. A judge lifting that rule requiring OpenAI to keep all GPT logs forever.
Yeah.
So the rules of the game are changing just as fast as the tech itself. It adds to the uncertainty.
So given all that data, the high usage, the low trust, the need for human filtering, where does the real value of, say, human journalism actually lie now in this world saturated with AI?
Human credibility is paramount, especially for filtering complex information and interpreting events. That's the core value.
So wrapping this all up, what does this really mean for you listening right now?
Well, it means we're basically speeding towards a future that's both incredibly useful and potentially incredibly confusing. Your ability to tell a real voice from a fake one, it's functionally gone thanks to these cheap, easy-to-use cloning tools.
And that corporate battle for AI agents, it's heating up. These sophisticated tools are becoming unavoidable in your daily work life, whether you actively chose them or not.
And we're stuck in this really strange paradox, aren't we? We rely on AI for speed, for function, to get things done, but we absolutely demand human experts to give us the context, the filtering, the truth.
That blending of reality, where our own basic human senses are becoming unreliable, that feels like the critical thing to grasp.
Yeah.
Remember that first statistic we talked about, that tiny 4% difference in correctly identifying real versus fake voices? If our ears just aren't good enough anymore, the question for the legal system maybe isn't, can we prove this recording is fake?
Maybe the question becomes, can we ever truly trust audio or video evidence again? How fast can our legal systems adapt to a world where perfectly cloned voices, hyper-realistic fake videos, are just standard, maybe even unprovable?
That's definitely something to think about.
That's the thought we'll leave you with today.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We really encourage you to keep exploring these issues. They're not going away.